So, what is the anti-aging mantra? What is the
you know,
Raz?
and I started meditating just right after Ashiki released the beauty icon and etc. And then I thought like it is actually just vibrational. It's beauty is actually who you are inside you, and that starts to show up. Wake up early, like 4:35, and that I've been following that routine for 2 decades now, ever since I started yoga. Steps I'll tell you to restart your health. Pause. First of all, pause. Slow down your system because our system is running on overdrive most of the time, right? So, first of all, just sit down at any time of the day where you're feeling too anxious or feeling too stressed out. Just, just sit down and
Okay.
just pause. That's your pause. Health is not a
Hmm.
goal. Health is a daily relationship with yourself.
Hello and welcome. You're watching us on Z Media. This is Gorika, and today I am joined by an evergreen beauty, Aggarwal.
Thank you for inviting me, firstly. And I'm well, yeah.
Talking about your journey, start से बात करते हैं. You became a household name with Ashiki. So, एकदम से किसी की लाइफ में कोई चेंज आता है ना, तो सब कुछ चीजें बदल जाती है. So, if you go back in time and remember those days, how did that sudden fame change everything for you?
What I want to say to you is that fame didn't change me. Fame may have
Mm.
changed other people's perception of who I am, right? When I became a star, that's a star. But it didn't change me, but it amplified my everything around me, right? And what it really taught me is that recognition is external, but stability has to come from within you. And if you don't have that, then nothing will work for you. So you need to start working within. And I started meditating just right after Ashiki released.
Lovely.
So
And I
fame
think we
did this
all.
to me. Fame did this
Yeah.
lovely, wonderful thing to me. Yeah.
So, also, how has your definition of beauty evolved over these years?
The thing is that I must tell you that ever since my college days, and guys started saying you're beautiful. And I remember thinking, oh my God, I'm beautiful inside. And they can't see that, can they? So I used to wonder about it when I was like, in my teens. But then when I became, the beauty icon and etc. And then I thought like, it is actually just vibrational. It's beauty is actually who you are inside you, and that starts to show up
Mm.
outside. So beauty is, if your mind is cluttered, then I think that your face starts to show it in some way or the other. Your posture changes. The way you
Mm.
interact with people changes, right? And you can
Right.
see that. You see somebody from, for the first time or at a party, and the way they are, it tells the beauty is not just, you may
Just
not even see
volume.
the person, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, so, when you start cutting the outside noise and you start to, find the beauty within you, then the beauty, that's, for me, that's beauty.
Super. So also, there is a fan question, and people often say that we also have noticed that you don't seem to age at all. So what is the anti-aging mantra? What is the
you know,
Raz?
I think that, okay, let me tell you, for me, there is no anti-aging. Okay. I think that there is only alignment when your body, mind, and your soul side, when your breath, mind, and, you know, uh, lifestyle is all in
Mm.
sync, then it starts to fight the time of aging. You know, that's what I've seen in my life.
So can we just know your routine? At what time do you wake up? What do you do? What do you drink? Is it nimbu pani or some special water? Do you make it for yourself?
Oh, my daily routine is actually very simple. It's wake up early, like 4:35, and that I've been following that routine for complete for 2 decades now, ever since I started yoga. And then silence. I keep a lot of mom. I conserve my energy. That's what mom does.
Mm,
Because every time you speak, you're using the energy of your body.
right.
So I am conscious about that, and I do that, and then I do practices for breath awareness and yoga practices, and my meals are very light. It's very conscious eating, and it's I try and match the season and the place that I'm in with what I eat. So, for instance, right now is Navratri. And
Yeah.
because the weather, it starts to affect your body, and we don't really realize this. But right now, your body is on very low digestive mode. So that's
Mm.
why eating as little as possible is good, and eating light food, nothing heavy, you know. So things like that. So I do that with my eating. And of course, minimal noise through the day.
Super. So also, after stepping away from mainstream Bollywood, what made you move towards spiritual and wellness-driven life? Because we have seen multiple, celebrities, they are opting for different life. Some celebrities, they've shifted to Dubai or some other, country or city just for a better living.
Right. No, I think that for me it was very clear. It wasn't because, see, I was on my top career at that time. There was no reason for me to leave as far as the career went, right?
Mm,
But so it was not a shift. It's not like a shift away from my living. It was a shift inward.
mm,
I started to go inside me. And there was this strong inner calling. And yoga came, answering certain self inquiries that I had. And that's what it was. I just followed that. I didn't really think that I was shifting or moving away. I mean, it just ended up being a really long time away, but I hadn't planned it.
So now, how do you deal with the stress and anxiety? Because आजकल तो there's a lot happening, And if you talk about social media, we are scrolling all the time. So, most of the time we tend to see and consume the negative news. So, what is your coping mechanism to that, and how do you deal with all that?
Actually, it's very simple. I mean, if people could just understand one thing, that stress uh, is okay. There are two kinds of stress. There's positive stress and there's negative stress. But
Yes.
I'm not going to go into the explanation of that right now. But when we are talking, when you say stress, normally we talk about negative stress. Something that affect us and we don't like it, right? But the
Yeah.
thing is that we are living so much in the past or in the future. And that is what stresses you out because you are bent upon thinking of what happened before and this entire of what I want and what my ambition is and what will happen. So this is like it's causing a lot of stress to the system and you're not realizing it. And for me, uh, I found that breath just brings me back. And I think that breathing brings you back. So that's always my first tool to to counteract stress.
You know, a healthy lifestyle for
Right.
say yoga. So how do we start? Shall we YouTube it? Shall we
Right.
join a class? Or at home, what can we do? Something really
Okay.
easy, which we
Right. Very simple. There are 3 steps I'll tell you to restart your health. Pause. First of all, pause. Slow down your system because our system is running on overdrive most of the time, right? So first of all, just sit down at any time of the day where you're feeling too anxious or feeling too stressed out, just just sit down and
okay.
just pause. Let's say pause now. Yeah. Just breathe a little bit. Slow down your system, right? And then breathe consciously. Yeah. So I think that breathing is so important. Even if you just, I'll give you a simple thing that even if you just take 3 conscious breaths. So you just go,
Mm.
you just do
Yeah.
that. Just do it 3 times. It'll relax your system. Okay? And you'll start reconnecting with yourself. That's what you need at that time when the world
Mm.
is coming after you. Yeah, you just need to reconnect with yourself and simplify your life. Very important. Simplify your food that you eat. Simplify your thoughts. Don't think too much. It's okay. It passes. It's all passing. It's gone.
Yeah. And we have only one life, you know.
One, one what? Sorry.
We have only one life. We have to make the most of it. And we,
Exactly. You
at
just
the end, push, yeah, and health is most important. This is what I feel.
the thing is that it's health. People think it's a goal. Health is not a
Mm.
goal. Health is a daily relationship with yourself. And that
Yeah.
I realized this, that that is actually my first important relationship.
Mm. Right.
And I'm so grateful I realized that because people need to realize that your other relationships surely are important. Yeah. You
Mm.
have to look after your other, but you will be able to look after them better if your health is better. You know,
Very true.
it works like that. So if you're calm, if you're fine with yourself and you're feeling good, you will make other people feel good as well. It's simple. So when you're stressed out, when you're like hyper, then you make other people hyper as well. That people think that I left the world. I didn't leave the world.
Mm.
I just stopped. Just stopped losing myself in it. That's about it. Because we are losing
Right.
ourselves in the world. Oh God, it this happened to me. That wasn't just this read this one. We are losing
Yeah.
ourselves in the world. Oh God, but I'm too famous and people are after me. And I was also losing myself. One of the reasons I stepped out is that.
Mm.
So
Got
now I just feel that silence also healed me, etc. And now my effort now is to just bring this to as many people as I can. You know, uh,
it.
so I'm working on it. Yeah.
Super. So now we are moving towards my favorite segment and we'll get to know you better in that. So are you ready for it?
Okay. What is it? Well, what is your
So
favorite segment?
your favorite workout spot in Mumbai.
Um, I could work out anywhere. I mean, but I prefer nature in a
Oh,
way.
so best stress buster for you. Maybe listening to music or something.
Best food?
Stress
No.
bust. Stress buster. Some activity
Stress,
that you do which calms you down totally.
the stress buster. Breath,
Yeah.
breath, breath
Breath.
awareness.
Okay. Your
Yeah.
favorite healthy snack.
Fruits and nuts.
That's it. I think you only live by fruits and nuts because I see
That
that
is
you
my
are
favorite snack for
so
sure.
perfect.
I can also have potato chips and stuff like that. I love that too. It's not that I don't, right? I can
But
have
healthy.
patata vada and all that stuff. Yeah, yeah, I go for that. Idli dosa. I eat everything, but my snacks, I can have samosas and I can have everything. But my favorite snack, if you ask me, is fruits and nuts.
And you know what's the one thing that you can't live without in your diet? That has to be in your diet.
Almonds,
All right. You know, any favorite meditation or mindfulness technique which you practice every day?
breath awareness.
And favorite way to spend a Sunday? You know, what's your Sunday like? What do you do?
Could
Okay.
sound boring to you. Silence and calming my mind and slow living, resting,
Yoga or gym?
yoga.
Which is your favorite yoga asana?
Uh, Padmasana,
All right. Okay. Morning ritual you never skip. Something in the day, like when you get up and then
silence,
some other.
Silence.
What is it?
Silence. Being in
Silence.
silence. Yeah.
Okay.
Shanti. Shanti.
Okay. One habit that changed everything in your life, that changed your life. One habit that you started.
Self observation.
Hmm. Right. And skincare secret in one line, what is the ras for the glow?
Inner calm.
What is it?
Inner calm.
Inner calm. A mantra you live by.
Stay aware.
Hmm. Okay, your idea of perfect happiness.
Being at ease with yourself.
Super. And one piece of advice for your younger self, आप अपनी
Trust.
टीनेज वाली इंसान को क्या कहना चाहोगे if you
Trust
go
your
back?
inner voice. Trust your inner voice sooner.
All right. So, since, Health Day is around the corner, what message would you like to share to the people to prioritize their well-being, and if somebody has to restart their health journey, what first three steps they should do?
The first thing I think, like I said, that health is not a goal, it's a relationship with yourself. So that's the first thing you need to understand and start. Uh, and I think like it's like health, or even let's say meditation. Say
Hmm.
meditation or yoga. It's like brushing your teeth. And
Yeah.
if you, it has to seep into your lifestyle. It's not something you do when you have some time off. It has to be something that is a part of your hygiene, because brushing the mind, for instance, is part of your mental hygiene, right? So I would say that.
So, one message for your well-wishers who are watching us,
Love you all. And of course, just don't ignore your health.
hmm.
Start now. The clock is ticking. Tick, 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 tick. Start now.
Super. Well, thank you so much, Anuji. It was lovely
Thanks
talking to
so
you. And
much.
I
Lovely.
really, really hope to see you in person. So whenever you are in Delhi, then we're meeting for sure at the office.
Sure.
Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you so much for this. Thank you.
All the best. Thanks.
Thank you.